It's turkey time, and today I'm going to show you how to brine a turkey, but this is not a turkey. As you can see, in front of me is a duck, not a turkey, but this brine works for ducks, turkeys, or chickens, so it's great for all poultry, even quail. Did you know when you buy a turkey from the store, it oftentimes is already pre-brined for you? They do that to add moisture and extend the shelf life. Store-bought turkeys usually contain a brine that has fluorinated or chlorinated water, commercial white salt, GMO sugar, vegetable oils, MSG, flavor enhancers, and sodium phosphate. Not typically things I want to put on my table. Hope that wasn't too condescending. So if it's your first time getting a pastured turkey or you've raised it yourself, it's a great idea to try a brine. Today for my brining, I'm using this beautiful ceramic crock from McGraw Pottery. She made it special for me. Thanks, Laura. And she's also one of the artisans in our farm store. You can use a stainless steel pot, or Megan likes to use a food-grade plastic bucket. Whatever you have on hand works great. Today I'm using a frozen duck. It's often nice to use a frozen duck so that the temperature slowly drops down in the brine as it's thawing. So I'm gonna start with putting our duck in. There's a lot of different ways to do a brine. Some people set their duck into the brine after it's been mixed. I like to mix my brine in a different container and then add it afterwards, and that way I know it's not going to overfill when I put the duck in. So first I'm going to start with this gallon of water here. I got it right from my tap. We have well water. Just make sure if you have city water, you'll have to buy non-chlorinated water. And I'm going to pour 1 cup of salt. And you start slow with salt, mixing just a little bit in first until it becomes saturated, and then you can mix it all at once. Science class experiment. Next, in our vessel that we're actually having the brine in, I'm going to add some fresh celery stalks from the garden. Thankfully, there's still some this time of year. And then I've got some garlic cloves, some peppercorns, and some cardamom pods. I'm just going to dump those right in here. Lastly, I'm just adding our salt mixture with warm water right into the crock. And that was just about perfect. I might top it off with a smidge more water, but the nice thing is the ratios are the same for every bird, like I mentioned before. So that was a gallon. I used 1 cup of salt. If you're doing a turkey, you might do 2 gallons, so you'd use 2 cups of salt. The adjustments for the spices are just to your preference. If you like things very garlicky, like I do, then add a whole bulb of garlic. If you only like a little nod of garlic, maybe 1 or 2 cloves would be perfect. And the peppercorns add a nice zest. So once I've topped this off, I'm going to put the lid on. Stored in our fridge for 12 to 36 hours, depending on how much time you have. Let that brine really soak in. Then you're gonna take it out, rinse it, and cook it, just like you normally would. Pretty simple, right? It's nice to have the option of brining to create a nice moist bird, and it gives you a little bit of extra room on your cooking time. That way you don't have to worry about a bird drying out. Doesn't that make you want to brine a turkey? It's not as intimidating, right? I was very intimidated at first as well. If you want to know more about homesteading or cooking pastured poultry, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and let us know what you think. Leave a comment below with any questions. We'd be happy to answer them for you.